Welcome to How to Use PubMed to Conduct Simple Searches. The objectives for this course are to learn what is PubMed and how I should access it, how to do a simple subject search, how to do an author search, how to do a journal title search, using quotation marks, how to use Boolean operators, how to use parentheses, using search filters, and article abstracts. What is PubMed? PubMed is a search tool that accesses the Medline database of references and abstracts on life sciences and biomedical topics. The United States National Library of Medicine at the National Institute of Health maintains the Medline database. How should I access PubMed? As a UTHSC student or faculty, you should access PubMed through the UTHSC library homepage. This ensures that you'll have access to all of the articles in PubMed that the library pays to have access to. If you go directly to the PubMed website to do your search, then you will not have access to UTHSC library resources. Let's go to PubMed by clicking on the PubMed link on the library webpage on the right here. As you can see on the left, we are searching PubMed. If you click the drop down, you can see that there are also many other search tools that can be used for more specific searches. For our purposes today, we just want to search PubMed. How do I do a simple subject search in PubMed? In order to do a simple subject search, just type in a specific phrase that describes what you're searching for. Use no punctuation, no tags, no operators. For example, let's search for uterine artery embolization. Click search. And as you can see in this simple keyword search, I got 1,825 results. How can I do a search for an author in PubMed? To do a search for works by a particular author in PubMed, type in the author's last name and initials in the search box. Use no punctuation. Let's search for Jason Michael Vanata. The way we want to phrase this in PubMed is Vanata JM. Doing it this way, we're more likely to pull up name variations in case his name was spelled or phrased differently in certain publications. As we can see, we got 18 results. Click on the article title to go to the article abstract. If you click on the plus sign by author information, you can see that this author worked for the UTHSC Health Sciences Center when this article was published. How do I do a journal title search in PubMed? To do a search for a particular journal, you need to enter the complete journal title in the search box. Using only a partial title will not retrieve good results in PubMed. Let's search for Journal of Clinical Oncology and click search. As you can see, these results are all from the Journal of Clinical Oncology. Let's talk about some of the database searching techniques that you need to know in order to get the best results out of your database searches. Quotation marks. Quotation marks can be used to keep terms together and in order. This is helpful for searching exact titles, such as post-traumatic stress disorder. When searching, you can use Boolean operators to either broaden or narrow your search results. And is used to narrow your search by combining together two separate topics. Using and between postpartum hemorrhage and pregnancy Ask the database to find articles that contain both of these concepts. Or. Use or to broaden your search. It's often used with synonyms. For example, future, or prognosis, or risk, or outcome. All of these similar terms describe future complications, and we want to gather articles which contain any of these. Not. Not narrows your search. Use it to remove terms from your search. I could say do hemorrhage, not antepartum, to exclude bleeding that happens before labor. Let's say we want to search for a post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm going to put this in quotation marks because I want to search for the exact phrase. If I click on search, as you can see, we got a large number of results. I got 7,606 results. If we want to be more specific in our search, we could use Boolean operators. Let's try searching post-traumatic stress disorder and alcohol. As you can see, this was much more specific. I got it down to 665 results. There are some simple ways we can further filter out the results we don't want on the left. If I click on publication date 5 years, it limits our search to articles published in the last 5 years. We now have 326. A significant difference. If we wanted to limit our search to studies done on humans, we could click species human, and we're down to 209 results. Click on one of the articles and PubMed will bring up an article abstract. If we have access to the article, you'll see a full text link in the upper right. If all you see is UT links, that probably means we do not have access to this article. If we click on UT links, though, we will get an option to request this item through interlibrary loan. If you really want/need this article, then interlibrary loan is an option. Let's go back to our results and add one more filter. Lastly, let's use a filter on the right called UTHSC Library. If I click on that, we limit our results to articles that we have access to through library subscriptions. We're now down to 112 results, which is a lot less than we started with. Now click on one of the article titles to see its abstract. As you can see, we now have a link to the full text that we can click on to access the full text of this article. If you're going to use this article in your research, you can click on Send To in the upper right here, and you can have options for how you want to get information about this article. You could simply email the information about this article to yourself by clicking on Email, entering your email address, clicking I'm not a robot, and then clicking Email. Or if you're using a citation manager such as EndNote, click on Citation Manager, Create File, and then you can add it to your EndNote library. If we scroll down the page here, on the left you see the PMID, the PubMed ID for this article is 270-40448. We could take this number and we could save it for later if we wanted to come back to this article. If we just copied this number and we pasted it into our search, if we search for this number, it will bring up this article in PubMed. Also, on the lower right here, if you look at recent activity, this shows you your recent searches and the articles that you've recently looked at. It may be good to look back on something that you forgot where that article was or exactly what search you did to get to a particular article. If you click on See More, it tells you exactly when you did each thing, and it lets you go back to it just by clicking on the link.